Spartans! What is your profession?
What do you get when you combine love, an all-boys high school, talking animals, and magical transformation sequences? If you said an LSD trip with friends, you would be right. But it also creates a series by the name of Cute High Earth Defense Club Love, an enjoyable, entertaining series that surprised me in a lot of ways. What's up, guys? It's Kent from Spartan Media Reviews, here to review the series Cute High Earth Defense Club Love. Besides having one of the longest titles that I have seen, does this show deserve a watch? Let's find out. Growing up as a kid, I consumed plenty of different forms of media in both a cartoon and live action setting. Just like a lot of children, I was a fan of the Power Rangers franchise, having a simple good versus evil story, enjoyable fights for its time, cool transformation sequences, and large-scale battles. Cute High Earth Defense Club Love takes the exact same approach, but transforms it into its own style. The story to Defense Club takes place in a city known as Banan, which houses the all-boys Banan High School, and our main character's club, the Earth Defense Club, which does absolutely nothing. All that changes when a talking pink wombat falls out of the sky and forces our members to save the planet against the forces of evil using the power of love. Defense Club Love is a series that knows its audience very well and knows that you are not going to watch the series for themes or symbolism. The story is very imaginative and creative in terms of how it portrays its premise. While the ideas are very similar to other series that I have seen, the comedy in the series sets it apart by being so abstract that I actually chuckled plenty of times. I could do without some of the weirder moments, but it definitely is a fun time. I personally thought that the ending was disappointing. When everything is going as planned, it suddenly comes out of nowhere, which as a viewer leaves a lot to be desired. Overall, I really like the simple story Defense Club contained. Like No Game No Life and other series of the same caliber, you watch this show to have a good time and not to have a deeper focus or meaning on something, which it executed very well. The characters in this series are what you would expect in a magical boy type of story. Each of our main characters' personality traits work well together as the story progresses, with each individual being very entertaining. The banter between them is enjoyable as well, giving way to good amounts of comedy. While there isn't any character development to speak of, I still really enjoyed the main cast. The main villains of the series were pretty standard fare for a good versus evil type of story, which I thought was underwhelming. One thing I personally liked were each of the episodic villains that our main characters had to fight against. Each villain played well to a certain stereotype in society, which I thought helped add to the craziness of the character. Overall, while I do wish that there was at least some character development present, I still enjoyed our cast of characters for what they were. This is more against the studio that animated this series rather than the series itself. Cute High Earth Defense Club Love was animated by Media. If you are not familiar with any of their work, they have made recent series such as World Break, Aria of Curse for a Holy Swordsman, Kantai Collection Konkole, and the Erring Sky Wizards. If you cannot tell already, I cannot stand their animation. Although it is one of their better works, they reuse plenty of scenes and backdrops, substituting new dialogue along the way. The transformation sequences themselves sometimes take over 2 minutes of the episode and are used in the majority of the content. I'm sure that their animation staff isn't that bad, but Media could easily solve this problem by focusing on only one show per season or working harder on an individual project instead of being a money-grabbing studio throwing their hands into every series, sometimes even having multiple shows. It's disappointing because I wanted to see our characters fight in multiple styles compared to the same sequences we see plenty of times throughout its 12-episode span. When it comes to the other elements of animation, the opening, aside from the first few seconds, was only animated okay. The ending animation is a different concept I thought was cool. Having each episode's best moments play on a movie screen with our characters present gives the viewer a different perspective on what happens and provides originality as well. I wasn't the biggest fan of the prevalent man service throughout the series, but if we have shows like Trinity 7, there has to be the opposite as well. Overall, while this is the most disappointing aspect of the show, I still enjoyed it for what it was. I really liked the soundtrack to this series. Each individual score worked well with the everyday situations of our characters. Some tracks definitely stood out, including the transformation sequence and some of the battle themes at the end of the series. I also really liked the opening, with it being really catchy and upbeat. The ending was only okay in my opinion, having a slower, more mellow style to it. When it comes to the voice acting, I thought it was only okay as well. Some characters I thought were portrayed very well, while others were lackluster. Overall, the soundtrack was a nice addition to the already fun and enjoyable storyline. Now, with everything that I have said, do I recommend Cute High Earth Defense Club Love? Yes. Cute High Earth Defense Club Love was a ton of fun. Similar to other series that I have reviewed, don't go into it expecting overarching themes or overblown expectations either. Watch this series to have a fun and enjoyable time. I love this show just as much as others of the same style like Trinity 7 and Cromartie High School. It was a definite surprise and is a genuine don't judge a book by its cover type of series. Overall, check out Cute High Earth Defense Club Love if you haven't yet already. If you are interested in watching Cute High Earth Defense Club Love, you can watch the series over on Crunchyroll. Now, what are your thoughts on Cute High Earth Defense Club Love? Comment below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. You can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I would really appreciate that as well. Follow me on Twitter and Hummingbird to keep up to date with the current things that I'm doing. And with all that said, I will catch you guys in my next review. Thank you for watching.
Nice.